welcome into Love Goddess Tarot. Today's pick a card love reading is going to focus on messages about your next boyfriend, next serious love interest. You have 4 cards to choose from today. Sit and take a moment and see which energy is calling to you. Group 1, you have the Chariot. Group 2, you have the Sun. Group 3, you have Temperance. And group 4, you have the Fool. The timestamps will be below. Skip ahead to whichever pile you're feeling. If you can't decide and you're feeling more than one pile, by all means, go ahead and listen to as many as you'd like. There are no rules here except trust your intuition, have fun, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. See you in a minute. Number 1, let's get started with your reading. You were feeling called to the Chariot today. And the Chariot in this deck is showing 2 horses, kind of like 2 possible paths. There's some kind of decision here, some destination, something that you've been desiring that you have now decided to really go for. And that's what the message of the Chariot is. It's about movement. It's about taking control. So it's kind of interesting in connection with messages today about your next love interest, because there could be a connection here to you making the first move. There could be a connection to some sort of move associated with it. It's kind of interesting because it in this deck, it just feels very sort of like opposites attract kind of energy. This is connected to the sign Cancer, the Chariot card, and it's about you kind of being taken into a whole new life. So I feel like this is going to be exciting, or there's some exciting event that happens right before you meet. But it's about you being determined. It's about you kind of choosing your direction, and also about some sort of expansion or success connected to this, like either to this love or to your life, something that's happening around that time. But let's see what other cards come through today for you. I'm going to start with your tarot reading. I am going to pull some oracle cards today, and I'm going to do a charm reading, which I haven't done in a while, so I think that'll be fun. Let's see, get comfy, get cozy as always. Sit back, relax. Let's have some fun here. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, okay, so we have the Star card. Wow, we have some message here about healing, also about connecting with your true path, with your North Node. So these are 2 powerful messages, and if you'll notice, they're both 7s. 7s are about spiritual journeys, spiritual awakenings, okay? So there seems to be something important about the number 7. That could be your life path number. The month of July could become important, but it's also really about this idea of really sort of being on your path, being on your spiritual path. The Star card is also connected to the sign Aquarius. So we have Cancer coming through and Aquarius. Aquarius connects to groups, to networking, to friends. Sometimes there's a friend connection or something about a group activity. Wow, 3 major arcana. Woo, yeah, 7, 7, 8. Bottom of the deck's also a 7. Let's take a look at that, because I think we are meant to. Wow. Okay. 3 major arcana, starting off with the Chariot. You are off to the races. You are on some sort of path that you are carving yourself. This is really a reading today about you taking charge, and also about something about balancing karma, about this energy of justice, which is all about good choices, good decisions from the past, leading you to where you are in the present and being rewarded for it. So if some of you have gone through a breakup or a divorce, this card coming through upright really shows that you are releasing that. Things are going to go positively for you. Justice is being served. Whatever's for your better good, okay? Now, we've got these 3 sevens. We have the 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands in this picture is like, it's like 2 beavers, and it's like, are they fighting over this piece of wood? Are they building something together? And it's kind of interesting because there seems to be a repeat here of kind of this message of balance, starting with the 2 horses, almost the yin and yang here of the 7 of the Chariot. You have the balance here in the Justice card with the actual scale there, okay? And now we have the balance of the 7 of Wands. It almost feels as if there is something about this next connection that feels very fated for you, that feels like you are getting, you're getting that relationship energy back into balance in some way, or you're being guided to this connection. There's just this feeling I'm having that you are really like sort of one mind. And sometimes with the 7 of Wands here, it can be having to defend your position. So it's like, I feel like there's a message here of a connection that's going to feel very fated to you, but which other people may challenge for whatever reason. And I think it's because you're kind of stepping into a new place. You're stepping into really your true authentic self, and sometimes that's tough for other people, okay? Because it feels like this connection comes maybe after, like maybe either after a difficult relationship or some event in your life that was that there's a lot of healing that has taken place or that you've gone through. So maybe, you know, your friends, family, whatever, is just protective of you, but that's what this energy feels like. Now, let's get some clarification here. I'm going to pull some cards on the person. Now that we have a feel for your energy, what do we have for them? 5 of Cups. Nine of Cups, beautiful. Aha. Okay, these kind of came out together. High Priestess, 6 of Swords, under Justice. So I'm going to put that together. And this is way too many, but I see a lot of Wands, so kind of interesting. I was feeling sort of this Knight of Wands energy for your person, a fire sign, but, and maybe sometimes that can be a little bit overwhelming for other people if someone like flies into your life quickly, which is what the Knight of Wands does, and sort of sweeps you off your feet. Sometimes that's great for you, but for the people around you, if they're worried about you, they're like, this is happening quick, you know, but everything happens the way it's meant to, so we just have to go with it. Let's see. Oh, okay. Interesting. Aha. Oof. Okay, we've got choices here. Now I get it. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. Let me get, this is a lot, but I felt like we needed it. So I'm going to move these guys up, this over, and we're going to keep him right here. Okay. King of Cups is going to stand up over there. Okay, so here's what I think. Your person is coming through as somebody who has a lot of understanding for you and depth of understanding about sorrow, loss, and breakups, okay? Because this person's been through it himself. And the thing about the Five of Cups is there is a lot of feeling, but in the background we have the Two Cups standing upright, which it represents this beautiful partnership. And you see he's holding one of those cups. He brings a lot of positivity into your life with that Nine of Cups. It feels like a wish come true for you. However, what I'm going to say is the reason that we have this Seven of Wands energy has become clear to me because I feel like there's a choice. There's this duality coming through in your reading in the Chariot card and in the Seven here and the Seven of Wands and in that scale where it feels like two things, right? So then the High Priestess comes up and the Six of Swords connected to the sword energy. Swords is air sign. It's Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, so we can have Libra here again. But this is about your feelings, your head and your heart, trusting your intuition, right? Believing in yourself. She's upright, so she's in a powerful position. You also had that beautiful star that you're on the right path. And remember I said that I felt like you might have people that are concerned about you because things move quickly with this connection. Well, it feels like it comes on the heels of you moving on from something really painful, like the Six of Swords. And it can even be like you're leaving behind a place where you lived or a place where you had a lot of conflict or struggles. And it's like you're moving on to something new with that Six of Swords, okay? Now, like I said, sometimes that brings people concern because you've just created, you're just sort of charging off on this new life. And it's like you have to be protective of your energy. What I see here is two possible people, okay, that are kind of in the environment at the same time. There's this X energy of the King of Swords, okay, who's kind of messing with your head. So if you have an ex who is like sharp with you, critical of you, like someone you broke up with who didn't show a lot of emotion or who was manipulative in some way, I feel like this person may try to make a run at it and come back at the same time as this King of Cups, because we have two kings. We have this guy connected to the Ace reversed, and we have the King of Cups, okay? But we also have the Two of Swords showing you needing to make this tough decision, right? Being caught between a rock and a hard place. So what I feel is coming up for you is really a test of your strength in terms of following what you truly believe is your path with someone else and leaving behind something that may have been comfortable in the past, or resisting that temptation to go back to, even if it's not the same person, someone who has those same qualities, okay? So you've got big decisions coming up when it comes to love, but I do see a beautiful energy in this King of Cups as one of those possibilities. Okay, really nice. I love it. But you know, life is complicated. Everything's not, easy peasy. That's funny. I was trying to roll all the all the dice, but only the moon came out. So you know what? I'm just going to leave it there because this is showing something important. The moon is a message of connecting with those emotions, right? The head and the heart. Go with your intuition on this one. You came through with the High Priestess. You have the Star card upright. We have the moon, which is connected to the water energy, which is where I was kind of leaning you towards, was that King of Cups person, because they feel like they bring a lot of happiness, okay? The moon is connected to the signs Cancer and sometimes Scorpio in the tarot, the moon card. But I'm really feeling this energy of connective, of Cancer energy. We had so much with the sevens. 7 is July. July is Cancer season. We have Jupiter moving into Cancer. I just feel like there's a real big message here about you taking sort of control of your love life, meeting somebody, and really having to make that choice of moving on from a situation where you weren't valued or respected, or where someone was critical or harsh. That King of Swords energy is like, ick, I don't love that for you. Okay, Let's roll. Let's do a charm reading today. Yay, charms. We haven't done charms in a while. Okie dokie, look what you have. I see the Magician's wand in there, which is all about having that power to manifest, okay? That's also about you having control, a lot like the Chariot. Now, in the traditional rider deck, the rider who's like controlling that chariot has a wand in their hand, and that's all about that energy of destiny, you controlling it. Here we have the beautiful water, the sign, the water lily here, the lotus, something beautiful growing from the mud. So there's, again, another image of water and healing. These two are interconnected, which is that open heart connected to a prickly cactus. So it's like, you're kind of holding on to something there. See that? So you just want to be careful of that, because you want to have that open heart. And another heart, it is true love. So you have love coming in. You have a love connection coming through. And it's really going to be up to you to trust yourself and to push forward and to protect what's yours and protect your heart. Not in the way of like protect your heart, but like protect other people's criticism from you and making your decisions when it comes to this love energy, because the wish card came through. So it feels really good. Okay, I'm going to pull one last card. Let's do it from Aphrodite. Let's see what Aphrodite wants to tell you today about love in general. What is the message for, let me give these a quick shuffle. Number one. Fire. Isn't that funny? I said initially, he came through as the King of Cups, but initially I saw the Knight of Wands, and look what you have. Fire, Aphrodite's passion, fireplace, heat, desire, warmth, they burn for you. Very, very passionate connection. I felt that. Okay, that's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know by hitting subscribe if you haven't yet. That's free. Like this video, write your comments below. If you have an interest in getting a private reading or purchasing any of my decks or the asteroid report, where I can tell you all about your love asteroids in your personal birth chart and how that affects you, relationships, you can do all of that. Those links are below. I'm sending you lots of love. Hey, number two, you were drawn to the Sun card today. And the Sun message is just pure joy, happiness, warmth. Think about yourself out in, out in the beautiful like garden in your yard in the summer with the sun shining and flowers. It's pure joy. It's pure happiness. And it's definitely a card that, even if there are other negative cards around it, it really sort of brings up the volume, and it shows sort of a willingness and an openness to joy, to having fun, to like that childlike just expression of happiness that sometimes we lose as we get older. So there's something very fun, light, and happy around this reading, no matter what comes through. That's your intention. That's what I'm feeling. So let's find out. Okay, this is way too many, but I'm going to look at them because I'm feeling them. Okay, so we have Three of Wands to kick it off. We have the Five of Swords reversed with the Jack, and the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Cups. Oh, beautiful. I love this because these two just feel like they go together. Okay, so let's take a look at your energy, and then we're going to pull some cards for your partner and this love energy coming in. Okay, so the Three of Wands shows that there's something you're wanting to build. There's some future out there. There's a beautiful sun in the background. Again, more about fire, more about ambition, creativity, the fire signs, Leo, Sag, Aries. This is about making plans for the future. This is about wanting a world that's bigger than where you are. So sometimes this can indicate that you're planning a trip, or that there's some way that you want to expand your life. This is definitely, these two combined shows me a success energy. More opportunities coming up for you when you show the world who you are, when you let your sun shine, when you let yourself, when you let the world see you, then the world can receive you. Okay, so this is an encouragement to keep going on whatever you're working on. Okay, because this is really the beginning, setting up the beginnings of success. Okay. What's so interesting is that these two came together, and if you'll notice, they're both playing cards. Isn't this interesting? So we have the Five of Swords reversed. Again, they're playing cards, and the Knight. Okay. And what is he doing? Holding his cards close to his chest. So for me, this feels like an energy of releasing, maybe even a pattern within yourself, or a connection to someone else that you've been holding on to, that's some sort of conflict, something that's painful, something that just keeps coming up for you, like a battle or an argument that just won't go away. And this shows maybe walking away from that and saying, you know what, that's draining my energy and I don't want to do that anymore. It could be, you know, it could be with anything. It could be with an ex, it could be at a job. It's just that feeling of, you know what, this back and forth, I can't do it anymore. Sometimes it's like, shows a connection that just keeps, they keep coming up. Like sometimes dating somebody who's, you know how it's like, oh my God, it's the same person in a different outfit. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. But, you know, God keeps bringing us these lessons until we learn them. And so maybe there's this person or tendency or partner that you're tired of. You know, you're tired, you've learned the lesson, you're ready to move on, you want to expand, you don't want to keep going backwards. So that's part of the story here. And then we have the beautiful Queen of Cups, which I love, the Queen of Hearts. She is so, first of all, if your hair is red, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing card for you. But she's so ready, she's so open, she's so willing to connect emotionally in a relationship. And this shows happiness. Again, content, happy, joyful. Even though this is cup energy, which is traditionally associated with the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, look how red everything is. Look at orange basically, the same as the sun. The same sun here, the same in the Three of Wands, and the same here with the Queen of Hearts. So I love that because it just feels joyful. It feels fun. It feels vibrant. Okay, this feels kind of dark and closed, and it's like you don't want any part of that anymore. Okay, so let's move on. Now that we're getting your vibe, which is totally consistent with that sun card you were drawn to, let's move on to your person's vibe. What's going on with them? What are we looking at here? I am going to do a charm reading at the end of today's tarot reading, so stay tuned for that. I haven't done charms in a long time, so I thought it would be fun. Okay, so Knight of Cups. Eight of Wands. Look at that beautiful expansion energy and all those wands, and going in, you know, kind of really going forward and not knowing where you're going to land, but just being willing to do it. Three of Wands reversed. Okay, so we have a repeating card here. Interesting. Okay. This is why I love using different decks, because when the cards repeat in two different decks, you know that's a big message. So we've got the Three of Wands on our radar for you today. And the Five of Swords repeated at the same spot. Oh my God. Okay. I have goosebumps. Mark this reading. I hope you're going to come back. If this is your first time and this is your first reading with me, I think you'll be like, okay, I think I'll be back. Wow. Okay. Five of Swords. Another message for you to focus on. Wow, Nine of Wands. Okay, so here's what I'm feeling like for this person. I feel like there's something about them keeping their feelings hidden. Now, it could be because you've had some sort of situation with someone else. The Five of Swords things came up twice. And the Five of Swords can either mean that, it can mean a lot of things, but it can mean that the two of you keep going back and forth, and this person is someone you're leaving behind, and you're moving towards a wand energy person who's a Sun, Leo, Sag, or Aries, okay? Or it can mean that this person that's coming in kind of has kept their feelings hidden because of a Five of Wands situation you have, Five of Swords with someone that you keep going back and forth with, and this person is kind of watching it and standing in the sidelines, okay? But what I see here is the possibility of the two of you, it taking kind of a while for you two to come together. With that Three of Wands energy, one upright, one reversed, it's almost like it could be that you meet this person in a place other than where you live, and it takes a while for you two to kind of settle in together, okay? I feel like this person has to kind of go through a lot for the two of you to connect, which is that Nine of Wands. They have to hang in there because this person has been through some battles themselves when it comes to love. Now, with the Three of Wands coming up twice in the same spot and the Five of Swords coming up twice, this is wild. Okay, so yours was upright, there's this reverse. So yours upright shows that you wanting to, you know, make these plans, move ahead, blah, blah, blah. Now, when it's reversed, it's frustration, delays around these plans, okay? Some setbacks, some discouragement. And we have the Nine of Wands, which is also that discouragement. And we have the Five of Swords. Therefore, I just feel like there's something coming up for you with this energy of back and forth, with releasing either some past person or some connection that keeps dragging you back with that Five of Swords into conflicts. And that's sort of a little bit of a block here, okay? Because the Five of Swords is, you know, just having that sort of, that energy of choosing your battles, deciding what's important, deciding what isn't important. So there could be for you and this person coming in, a need for you to kind of choose your battles, because the distance thing, I do think that that's what it is. I think that there's a distance thing. This could be like a long distance relationship, and that can cause like a little bit of insecurity, a little bit of like conflict, but I think that you can overcome it with that Nine of Wands. But I do want to pull you, let's just get I think for you I'm going to use, I didn't use this for number one, I'm going to pull a card from the Moon Oracle. I just feel like I need to. There is a full moon coming up, and it is in Sagittarius, and you have so much wand energy. Maybe you have a lot of wine too, I don't know. I just feel like pulling one of these right now, and then we'll see where it takes us. Look at that, fire. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Okay, this is, interestingly enough, the Nine of Wands is an Aries card. And that was your person's final card. See the bandage around their head? That's connected to the head, which is Aries. This is like someone who's been through a battle, someone who has a lot of, just a lot of, they're like, I can't take it anymore. I have a headache, I'm tired, you know, that kind of thing. So it's interesting because it's like, I feel like with this person, it's going to be really important to, like I said, choose your battles wisely. I feel like this person coming in could be living at a distance. You could meet them and then have to make plans to get back to to see one another. And, you know, there can be some conflicts either because of, you know, people around you, people around them, and you just want to be aware of that because the Queen of Cups came up, right? So I feel like there could be a positive outcome here. I'm going to pull you a message from Aphrodite and then one more tarot, just because yours is a little bit more complicated. Paris, Aphrodite's hero, winner prize ring on blast, you will win the prize. Yeah, so I think that even if there are some problems here, you know, initially, I think you can work through them. Paris is also giving an indication of somewhere foreign for me, so I do think that there is distance here, but it seems that overall there is, you know, there is a positive outcome. Now, the thing with a queen and a knight is you might be a lot more mature than the person, and they need some time to figure things out, and that's kind of what I'm getting. All right, I'm going to pull one more from the tarot, and then we'll roll the Aster dice, and I still have charms, so hang in there. I'm going to do a charm reading. Okay, yeah. A lot of this is just in your head. So whatever the conflicts are, you will overcome them. 9 of Swords, we have 2 9s. It's just about being so close, you just have to hang in there. Sword energy is conflict. The 9 reverse shows things that are really worrying you or bothering you are really in your head more than they are actually happening. And it's like, if you can just make one choice, one decision, speak up, be clear in your communication, choose your battles wisely. We have a lot about battles here with the Aries energy, the 9 of Wands, and the 5 of Swords. So you want to focus on the emotional part and get your head out of it, okay? Let's roll the Aster dice. Any other messages from the astrology? There it is. Sagittarius, I told ya. Sagittarius can be foreign people, places, travel, expansion. The 12th house is past life stuff and baggage and worries and subconscious things. So that could be impacting you. Also, December could be a big month, which is also Sag season. And Uranus, unexpected. So I think you just have to be very flexible with this relationship. Okay. Now for your charm reading. Look at that. We've got 2 stars and a crown. I love it. So, Princess with the Sun energy. This is a lot of Leo. This is fun. This is being treated well. There's a lot here about that fire energy. You have 2 stars coming in. Okay, stars are connected to the Star card, which is about healing, following your true path. And I feel like the 2 of you are on the same path, right? You've got these 2 stars, the big one and the little one. I think that you're just a little bit more, you know, a little bit more at this point than your partner. It's interesting because you came through as queen and they came through as knight. But I think ultimately you are headed in the same direction and you are meant to be together. The stars are aligning for you. And there's that fun, playful energy of a candy, okay? Which is have fun, be light with this energy. And I think, you know, as long as you show your Queen of Hearts self and let your emotions guide you, you'll be okay. Just don't let your head get in the way. That's your reading. Please hit subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the like button, write your comments below, say hello. And if you'd like a private reading, or you're interested in purchasing my decks or getting the Love Asteroid report, all of that is linked in the description box. Sending you lots of love. Hey, number 3, you were drawn to the Temperance card. And you can see here, she is the angel Temperance, and she is pouring the beautiful water between 2 cups, and they have hearts on them. So this is like that beautiful balance in love, in a relationship. And this shows those 2 cups kind of with the water, the flow of life going between them. And so Temperance is all about seeking balance and harmony in your love relationships and in anything that you find yourself in. So it's really a message about harmony, about balance, and finding that inner, that inner guidance and stepping into what is meant for you in relationships. So it's really beautiful. It's a divinely guided card, and it's connected to the sign Sagittarius. So let's see how this plays out for you. We're going to start with getting kind of a general read on your energy right now, and then I'm going to pull cards about your person. I'm going to roll the Astro dice today, do some oracle cards and charms, which I haven't done in a while, and I thought it would be fun. So get comfy, get cozy. Ooh, look what he's holding. The King of Cups comes through, and he's got 2 cups. Look at him with the water flowing. I love this. Okay, so the King of Cups is a really emotionally grounded individual. Somebody who isn't overly emotional. Sometimes oh, well, it's Cups energy, Cups are emotions, King of Cups must be like out of control. No. The King of Cups is in control of his emotions. He's sensitive, he's emotionally mature, okay? He has control of his emotions, and he uses them to guide him. But he also uses his mind and his intellect to make decisions. So he's a very mature person in a relationship. He's empathetic. He's in touch with his intuition. He's got that really perfect balance between logic and emotions, okay? He can almost feel like a mentor or a teacher because he's so willing to help, to nurture, and be there for other people. So, ooh, wow. That's really nice energy. So that's what's around you. Now, that can be a person that's in your life right now, like a father, a friend, somebody who's mature, somebody who has your back. But this can also represent the energy that's coming in. We're going to pull cards on him in just a minute. But it really feels like you are in alignment to connect with someone who you're meant to. I feel like you have some sort of worries. And maybe this is where the King is coming into play. The 9 of Swords is really things that keep you up at night, having nightmares, having a lot of thoughts at night so you can't sleep, okay? But this is reversed, so I feel like there's something about you being able to make a decision, make a choice in your life that's going to relieve you of a lot of stress. And this is just, the 9 of Swords is a reminder that a lot of it's mental, and you just have to kind of make a choice, make a decision, pick one thing and go for it, and then those swords fall away, okay? So if you're feeling that energy right now, or if you haven't been sleeping, or maybe you're thinking about this King of Cups, and you can't get him off your mind. Okay. So it looks like you have been through or in a connection with some sort of triangle energy, some sort of hurt. The 3 of Swords shows, betrayal of some kind. Now, it doesn't have to be in a relationship. It could be in a friendship with a family member. Somebody could be hiding information from you, and that's stressing you out, okay? But the thing is, like I said, with the 9 reversed, it's like, I feel like if you just make a choice, make a decision, or speak up, you get rid of that energy and you remove it from your life. Now, what's beautiful is, look what we have coming in. The Knight of Wands, okay, which is connected to fire sign energy, where you started over here with Sagittarius. So this is showing a real fun kind of energetic connection with someone who's going to get you. I feel like there's a really good balance here, okay? So if you are someone that has a hard time expressing your emotions, this person is going to help you be able to do that, okay? Let's see, what do we have for your person? Oh, 4 of Cups, yes, there's the cups. 2 and 2, okay? We have 4 total here. The 4 of Cups shows someone either waiting for the right opportunity, not wanting to just jump at anything. Somebody who takes relationships seriously and doesn't, you know, settle. Wow, 2 4s in a row. This is about a solid connection, something that has stability. The 4 of Wands shows a celebration, a party. This is the 1111 card for those of you that see that angel number or connect with that energy. This is your card. And again, more of that wand. So fire, passion, Sagittarius, parties, Leo, fun. This is about celebration. There's some sort of celebration coming up. It could be that the 2 of you meet at a party or meet at a family celebration, but it also shows the opportunity for a stable connection. This person wants long-term and they want stability. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. So this shows a need to focus. And I feel like this person really puts all of their effort into one person. This is a someone who really values monogamy and doesn't want to play games. They're going to be very direct about what they want. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Wow, you got a lot of 4 energy and fire. The Emperor is number 4. You have 4 of Wands, 4 of Cups. So this is showing potential for a long-term, stable connection. This is someone who is valued for their wisdom, okay? This is someone who is financially stable, has probably a job in finance or owns their own company. They're definitely someone who has a lot of success around money, okay? And they've got wisdom. We're getting a couple of messages here with the King and then with the Emperor with the long beard that this person could be older than you, or if you're older, the same age, but they definitely have age and maturity. Okay, that's how they're coming through. Somebody who values security, somebody who wants long-term, and somebody who's really good with money. Okay. Okay, so for you, I'm going to pull, let's see, what card do I field with deck? I think I'm going to pull you an Aphrodite message. Pomegranate, Aphrodite's fruit, creativity, ruby, seeds, legacy. Interesting. You're about to give birth to something. Wow. So pomegranate is a fruit of fertility. It's connected to ruby energy, which is July, Cancer. sun, moon, rising, children, motherhood. This can also be a creative venture or something that you've been working on. The two of you could work together on a project, okay? You could meet this person because they're the money person, okay? Or there's someone that you go to advice for about something having to do with your business, or you meet them at an event, a celebration, a party, a friend's party, a family celebration, an event of some sort, maybe even a work event, and they're older, they've got wisdom, okay? You ask them advice. I feel like this is someone who hasn't dated in a while. They've been waiting. They're very picky and choosy about who they spend time with, okay? But I feel like they're going to give you that attention right away. You're going to really feel like, oh, I think this person's really like focusing on me. Okay, I also want to pull you a card from the Goddess Oracle. Ooh, contact. Oh yeah, I'm feeling this work thing with the contact message coming through. So yeah, I do think this could be someone you work with, who you reach out to because of business, some sort of business contact, finance, banking, money. Ooh, interesting. All right, let's roll the Afterdice. Aquarius, group project, group, friends, networking, work organization. 11th house is also Aquarius, groups, contacts. Interesting. And you have Venus, love. So yeah, I think this is a contact through a friend group, a party or celebration, or a networking event. Ooh. And we have Aquarius coming through. Now, let's get you a charm reading. Haven't done this in a while. Let's see what the charms are. Ooh, that heart popped right out. Ooh, 2 feathers. Oh my gosh. Okay, interesting. So this is the heart in separation, lovers in separation. This is soulmate sometimes. This is somebody that lives at a distance, or it can indicate that you're going to travel a lot. They could also be from a different country. Ooh, exciting. And 2 feathers. Wow. I find that really interesting. To me, this does feel like you meet when you're both traveling to somewhere that you don't, neither of you lives, that kind of energy. But it also feels like it's a very significant connection and you both feel it, very spiritual. And also the Hamsa, the hand of God. So we're really looking at a very strong sort of karmic spiritual connection coming in. Wow, exciting. That is your reading for today. Please subscribe if you haven't yet before you leave. It's free. Like this video before you leave and write your comments below. I'd love to hear what you thought about today's reading. And I do offer private readings for you, video recorded just like this. You can email me whatever your love question is, and then you watch it about a week later. Those links are below, so feel free to book one of those. And I also sell my decks, and this month I'm offering an love asteroid report, which focuses on your birth chart and your love asteroid. So it gives you a lot of information about you and love. And if you meet someone, or if you have someone in your life and you know their birthday time and place, go ahead and order a synastry report, and that's really going to tell you a lot about your compatibility, your likes, and how you work together. Okay, everybody, sending you so much love. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, number 4, let's get started. You chose the Fool card, and the Fool card is the very beginning of the tarot. It's the 0, it's the fresh start. It really indicates taking a leap of faith, going for it, starting a journey, the beginning of something. So that's the energy you were drawn to. Let's see how that connects today with your reading. I'm going to start with just kind of an overall vibe on you, on love, what comes through for you. Then I'm going to pull cards about your person, the love energy. I'm going to use oracle cards today, the Astrodice, and I'm also doing a charm reading at the end. So lots to do. Let's get going here. Number 4. Ooh, beautiful. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is powerful energy. This is about balance. This is about your intuition and trusting it. It's about having that spiritual knowledge and also the practical knowledge and finding that beautiful balance. Very, very powerful. Wow, the World card. Oh my gosh, you got the Fool, the Empress, the High Priestess, and the World. Major arcana. So when major arcana come up like this, we're just doing a short reading, and you know the majority are these cards, it really talks about the energy being kind of big chapters, big events, big moments for you, especially with the World card. Okay. The World card, it's interesting because you were drawn to the Fool, which is the very beginning of the tarot, and then you've got the World, which is the last card. So, and right in between the High Priestess. So the World is about moving towards the future and celebrating your success. Your rewards are coming through. Something major is happening for you. It's like the material manifestation of all the work of the magician is coming to fruition, right? So this is connected to the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, the material realm: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. They are the guiding forces. And so the World symbolizes a time of celebration for you, of joy, of happiness. It's like, yes, all of your hard work is paying off. Okay, some sort of accomplishment, some sort of recognition is coming forward. So I feel like you may be in a position where you're going to trust your intuition, take a leap of faith, start fresh, have some sort of new beginning, a fresh start that's going to very quickly materialize for you. So it's like the universe is giving you almost like a direct reward. It's not going to be long, and you will feel rewarded for taking that leap. So there's something coming up in your life, or maybe you've already recently made some sort of shift or change or fresh start. Just know that you're headed in the right path when it comes to love. I feel the energy is building for you towards something that's going to be maybe even like marriage, okay, for some of you. Some sort of committed connection. Yeah, oh my God, you got all strength. Okay, bottom of the deck, 4 of Cups. So if you've been patient, if you've been picky, if you've been like, you know what, I'm not even bothering with people, I'm not interested. It's like your patience, your standards, you're going to be rewarded. So you have the Strength card here. So you have all major arcana. The next love energy that's coming in for you is big. It's big lessons. It's important. It's going to maybe be a long part of your future. Okay, so this is Leo energy. This is about the balance of power and relationship. This is about balance. This is about achievement. I feel like you're going to meet someone who's going to really be at your level, and also it was worth waiting for. Let's see what comes through for your person. Eight of Swords reversed. Six of Pentacles. Whoa! Seven of Swords. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Your person has been through the ringer, okay? They are coming through as somebody who has really gone through it. I feel like they're coming to a point where they're releasing a lot of toxicity in their life within themselves, insecurities around money, around people lying, lack of resources. I feel like this person has really been through some stuff, okay? And they're building their life back up, okay? And I think that there's, for them, very similar energy of not dating a lot. I feel like there's been a long wait or a pause for them where they've really taken stock of their life. They've done the work. They have Pisces energy coming through and Sagittarius, okay? Now, in terms of the signs, I forgot to mention, we have... oh, I did. I told you the world signs plus Leo. Yes, I did. Okay. So with the Hangman, we have Pisces energy, and with Temperance, we have Sagittarius. And Temperance is all about finding that balance and going with the flow of the universe. This definitely feels divinely connected. This is an angel on this card, and this is showing that this person has really sort of taken the difficult experiences they've had in relationship, maybe even people robbing from them, money stealing. There's a lot of deception in their past, but they've taken a step back, and it looks like they've really done the work. And they're finding their footing, they're finding the flow, they're going with the flow of the universe. I'm gonna pull more cards for your person just because so much came out about the struggles. We do have these two major beautiful arcana at the end. You're certainly getting a lot of major arcana in both of your readings, so it's going to be major for this person as well. I feel like they're going to feel like, wow, I waited and I finally met someone who is actually, you know, a good person. I know that sounds weird, but sorry about that. My camera's stuck. Anyway, I was saying they've taken the time. They have really taken a step back. They've learned a lot of hard lessons. And it's like this connection with you really feels like they are finally finding their footing, finding their balance. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands, yes. And they really, really value you, Empress. They see you as somebody they definitely want to spend their life with, build something with. There's a lot of passion. This is like renewing their faith in relationships, okay? Big energy for them and for you. Okay, I think I'm gonna pull a message from the Goddess Oracle for you. Tune out. There is that energy of the Hangman. Yeah, just like completely going within, centering. They definitely haven't dated for a while. Look at that beautiful connection with the Ace of Wands, grounded with that Empress. I love it. Yeah, this is a beautiful connection between the two of you. Let's look at a message from the moon. We have a full moon coming up on the 11th, so let's see. Ooh, be bold and make the first move. Yeah, that's the energy of the Fool. And I can definitely see with the partner's energy here as being more reserved, more kind of a little bit more introspective, shy, whatever. It could require you to take that first move, but it's like I said, you're rewarded for it, right? So it's like it blossoms quickly if you're willing and able to do that. okay? Because otherwise the person tends to hold back a little bit just because they are cautious based on that past experience. But you have that beautiful energy of temperance and going with the flow and this being divinely guided. So I really like this energy. The only thing I would say is, yeah, that moon message is going to be important. Okay. Let's see what the astrology has here. Ooh, okay, Cancer, the moon, there it is, the sun. Ooh, eclipse energy. There's quick moving energy. Sun and moon, when it comes up together, can be eclipse, plus Leo twice. So we have the 5th house, which is Leo, the sun is Leo, the strength card was Leo, and you have the Cancer energy of the moon, okay? So this definitely feels like that beautiful energy of playfulness, of connection. The sun and the moon together is like that beautiful masculine and divine feminine, that balance, which is also what you see in the strength card and in the high priestess, that balance energy. So I love it. And temperance. Ooh, okay, so now how about a charm reading? Let's see what the cards have for you. Just one. The dragonfly. Oh, I love it. Are you a dragonfly person? Look at that. Dragonfly is a message of focus, okay? This is about really paying attention to the signs and symbols of the universe. You're getting a really strong message here just because only one charm came through, so we're going to really focus on that, and it's dragonfly, and dragonfly is about focus. It's about paying attention to the signs and symbols, and it's about the synchronicity. Now, you also had tune out, which is a message of focusing. Okay, wow, interesting. Let me know what happens. Okay, please hit subscribe before you leave if you haven't yet. It's free. Like this video, write your comments below. And if you want a private reading or you'd like to purchase any of my decks, my oracle decks or the Love Asteroid report, go ahead and use the links below in the description box, okay? You can use those. Email me any of your love questions after you make your payment, and you'll get your reading in about a week. I am sending you lots of love. I'll see you soon.